Hey there. Definitely trying something different. I thought I'd try this. Putting my face out there. I'm all grungy. I've been working out in the yard. I'm sitting on my heating pad right now in my messy little studio area. So showing you my world. It's a little chaotic right now. But anyway, I was gonna come in, take a break, and it's a beautiful day out. Sun's shining. It's just, I got a lot of work to do in this yard. These ice storms, these wind storms. I tell you what, I've taken on Mother Nature living in this house here, and living right close to Lake Huron. Man, the winds, the lake effect is real, people. I got the glaring in. Sorry about the glare on my eyes, but I can't see without these anymore. I really need to go in there. Doc told me I had 20/20, but I take these off and everything's blurry. So I don't think that's 20/20 unless I've had like superhuman vision most of my life, and it's a good possibility. My grandpa used to love to go for Sunday drives. Him and my grandma would go on these Sunday drives, and it was great. I'd get to tag along with them, and be sitting in the back, and there was times when it started to be like twilight. He'd be like, "Ma, get in the back, let the kids sit up front because she's got good eyes for spotting deer." So that was my job. I was the deer spotter. As a teenager, I could recognize headlights on certain cars, and I could stay out of trouble. Don't want to disclose too much there, although anyway. But I came in, thought I'd take a break, do a quick reading, try another avenue since I'm practicing, and I'm just still learning the cards, so I'm still going to use my cheat sheets. And that's just what it is. Okay, so today's energy. We got the Jack of Cups. I see. Knight of Cups. I call this the Knight of Cups. Okay, Jack of Cups. I'm starting my own new language with this stuff. I'm telling you, I like it. So that represents romance, idealism, charming, falling in love, knight in shining armor. I mean, some people, yeah. Oh, they exist. Okay, so Cups is a water summer energy. It represents emotions, emotional experiences, love, matters of the heart, relationships, intuition, and psychic abilities. It represents the heart chakra. So visualize color green heart chakra, right? Well, I guess love my bandanas. Messy hair, working outside, they work great. What else? It's an internal energy. Astrological signs associated with it are Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So overall energy, springtime, love's in the air. Reminds me of Walt Disney had culmination of, it was a Valentine's special, and I don't know why it sticks out, but there was this little clip of Bambi and Thumper, and what's the matter with them? They're Twitter-pated. It's springtime, and birds are chirping, and everybody's moving around and getting some good energy going, and they're Twitter-pated. So maybe you're Twitter-pated. Maybe your knight in shining armor is coming to find you, and he's Twitter-pated. I hope you're like 15 if you believe in all that. Okay. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about this knight in shining armor? Okay. Three of Swords. Now, I do want to say, I saw this in another reader had a tarot deck that looked like the regular deck of cards, which I think I'm going to check that out because I think it's the deck I want, because then I might be able to work and learn a little bit more. Easier, I should say, more and easier and more. But these spades, they're saying that are wands. Now, I interpret them, and I've recognized that every different reader that I've been watching and studying, how they interpret the cards and just kind of what they get. Anyway, they all have their individual things. Like, some of them have specific cards. They're like, this one, I know it means this in the tarot, but this is what I get from it. So, and that's, we're all going to have little different interpretations. So, just so I wanted to clarify that, but these to me, they look like they look like swords. I mean, they got a point. So, we're gonna go with that in my readings. Three of Swords. Okay, so this is what we need to know about our knight in shining armor that's rolling on in and is depends on what color horse you like. So, all right. Three of Swords. All right, I'll get there. Heartbreak, sorrow, grief, forgiveness. I really kind of feel like, I mean, I can put in some interpretations, but I'm just kind of take it how it resonates with you. Take it how it resonates with you. As I'm learning, and, I mean, I might share a little bit of my personal stuff that I resonate with, just to kind of make a connection. But yeah, if you get anything from this, and I'll just kind of add my 2 cents as we go here. 2 cents. I got pennies all over my little corner of trinkets and treasures. Okay, so yeah, that's still heartbreak, sorrow, grief, and forgiveness. Swords are an air energy, winter energy. It represents intellect, thoughts, clarity, new ideas, communication, conflicts, and blocks. Represents your third eye and throat chakra. So I always say, the chakras, when these energies come out in the cards and in the readings, we've already went over the heart chakra. You're the prince. Maybe that's what you're dreaming of. I don't know. See, again, take it how it. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. And if you're just trying to learn along with me, great. And see, I mean, my whole 8 people that I think watch. But thank you. I do appreciate it. I mean, these are really just kind of. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know what I'm doing. I had done some cooking things during COVID on Facebook, and I enjoyed that. That was fun. I might start doing those again. I'm not sure. I love food. If you go and look at some of my posts and pictures I've got up on here, I'm a foodie. I'm not shy around food. I do try to be cautious of portion control and maintaining. The older you get, the harder it is to get it off once it's on. So I do try to pay attention to that as much as possible. I am squirreling all over the place here, but that's all right. We'll learn together a little bit here. All right, so what we need to know. This maybe you had somebody recently. You've had some heartbreak, or just beware. Maybe red flag, man. Just be cautious. All right. I'm just gonna roll with my instinct on this because. All right. We're gonna move on. So, conflicts and blocks, potential problems. I think this is a good one, so I don't think there's any potential problems. Hold on. Let me check it out. Okay, Ace of Cups. We are looking at, well, there's a lot of love. There's a lot of love in this read. Love, new relationships, or emotional experience. House. It could be, I'm in an emotional experience. Houses. I have emotional experiences with houses. I love renovating houses. I love old houses. I love working on them, but man, it's so much work. And financially, it's so hard. A house I renovated in New York. I still love that house, and I'm so excited that I get to go back and visit it. And because I'm friends with the owner. So I get to go back and visit and actually stay in my old house if I want to. So it'll be fun when I am able to make that trip. So yeah, we got a knight in shining armor. We got a new relationship coming in. Just be careful. You know what? Maybe okay. I was just thinking about this earlier, actually. So with the Three of Swords, heartbreak, sorrow, and grief. I think. What do you need to know? So I think maybe if whatever past sorrows, grief, heartache, past relationship issues, that hasn't worked out for you maybe, and if you're single, and it was, and this is my personal experience, you have to go kind of look within yourself and see what patterns, what behaviors, that maybe you need to focus on. Because let me check the swords. Were they internal? Swords. Internal energy, yeah. So it's something you need to work on when... So you do the inner work, and it ain't hard to look in the mirror sometimes. It ain't hard. It ain't hard for me now, because I'm truly... Thank God. Thank God I've let go of so much of that. But you got to look in the mirror. You got to really face yourself and say, okay, if I'm failing and failing and failing just means growing. Learning. You need to learn. So, you got to ask, what do I need to learn here? What do I need to learn? What do I need to learn about them? What do I need to learn about me? What do I need to learn about communications? We're obviously talking about a relationship here, so you've got to, see what maybe your patterns are. There's two sides to every story. There's, it is what it is. So, but you gotta do the inner work. I recognize a lot of my patterns. I've now been single for the last decade, and going within, I was able to reconnect with myself, with my inner child. I did a lot of healing. My poor therapist probably talks to her therapist. But I've done the work, and I've recognized where I really, different points, and I was all in on relationships, and sometimes I was too standoffish with, and just recognizing, okay, where did I go wrong? And then I learned to love myself so much that I'm like, you're seriously going to have to meet me somewhere way... Good luck. I shouldn't say that. But it's true. So, anyway, it's just where I am in life, alright, man? I'm almost 50 years old. I've made it this far. I am starting to enjoy life on a whole nother level. So, if the right one comes along, I am not saying an absolute no, but it's a maybe. We'll see. All right. So, overall, we're just going to kind of finish this up because I'm rambling a little bit. We have the Two of Diamonds or the Two of Wands. Correct? I'm questioning myself now because I caught that in that other read with the swords. Okay, so yes, this is Wands. In my readings, these are Wands. Okay, Two of Wands. Planning, decisions, and partnering. I knew that one. It's been a while. It's been a few days since I've actually sat down and done some cards, and memory loss is real in menopause. So, all right, Wands are a fire spring energy. They represent passion, creativity, inspiration, confidence, movement and action, business and career. Your solar plexus and sacral chakras. So focus on those. Yellow and orange, right? Solar plexus, Yes. Solar plexus is your gut instincts. And your sacral chakra, well, if you know where your sacral bone is, then you know where your sacral chakra is. And we're going to go good and orange. Yeah, orange, because your root chakra is red. Yes. Okay, astrological signs associated are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, well, fire signs. Internal energy. So, again, this is kind of in Two of Wands, planning, decisions, and partnering. Okay, I think you got some, and this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. I mean, man, I'll tell you what, I know what my ideal knight in shining armor is. I'm gonna manifest that. I know exactly what I need. I'm gonna manifest that. Yeah. Probably have 4 legs and fur babies. I got my knight in shining armor. I got my Jinxie cat. He cool. He my cool cat. I don't know where he is right now. Not on his catio. He should be. I actually promised I would take him outside today, and he gets mad at me when I'm working outside. And he's alright. Alright, so that's the cards I pulled. I'm going to go back to doing some yard work, but just wanted to share a little bit of my learning process here and try a different vantage point and maybe not focus so much on the cards, because I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, that's the cards I've been learning. It's a whole new tool. My intuition and my instincts, and this is just a fun way to practice and kind of stay in that creative center and get the messages, because I get plenty of other messages. I deliver a lot of personal messages to people, and but this is a whole nother, I'm a one-on-one, so this is just a practice session. You know, I do offer private readings. My email, I believe, is, I don't know how to do the description box. Technology is so bad. I mean, it's good in some ways, but it's so bad. And I really try to stay off it these days, and I had to be outside playing in my yard, which is what I'm going to go back and start doing and enjoy some sunshine, because it's been hard spring here in Michigan. Hard. And northern Michigan up here, these ice storms that we've got, you know, once in a lifetime or once in a century ice storm comes around last year. Then we got 3 more, I think it was, this year. That these poor trees, they're like just boom, exploding weeks after this, everything melted and everything, because the moisture and the freezing and the, oh my God, it breaks my heart every time. And I mean, my yard, I have beautiful cedar trees all around here, and I'm going to say that one fell probably less than 12 feet away from my bedroom window, and they're just down all over. My poor yard is just taking a hit. My greenhouse is annihilated. My temporary pallet fencing that I had up to try to make it look nice and give me a cozy little private space, because I like to be private. I'm not big on neighbors. I've loved my neighbors over the years, but I like my space. I like my privacy. So, all right. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I don't know where I was going with that. Might come back to me. My mind's outside right now, and I got to get back out there. So, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Be blessed.